Hello friends, I welcome you all to this lecture on Python programming. So today we will be learning that how to evaluate highest common factor or greatest common divisor and lowest common multiple of two numbers. Now the thing is, in this particular case, what you will be requiring is, you will be requiring swapping of numbers. So how to swap two numbers, you should know. And then I will be telling you that how to evaluate HCF and how to evaluate LCM. So in this lecture, I'll give you the theory part, and then in the next lecture, we will be going for the programming. So first thing first is how to swap two numbers. Why that is required? Because in the program, we have to find out the maximum of two numbers given. And if let's say A is let's say 18 and B is 48. So in the program, I will be requiring to divide the maximum of this by the another one. So inside the program itself, what I'll do is I'll swap them. So instead of writing it as B by A, I will keep everything as A by B. And before I use this, I will be swapping this A and B. So A will become 48 and B will become 18. So the thing is how to swap two numbers. That means if A is holding, let's say, 18 and B is holding, let's say, 48. And now what I want this A to hold 48 and B to hold 18. So that is what we call swapping numbers between two memory locations. So how to do it? So the thing is, what we'll be doing is we'll be making one variable, another variable K. Okay, this is one approach. Another also I'll tell you. So this is K. Now let's assign the value of A to K. So if that is the case, so what will happen? This 18 will come to K. Okay, so this is the first thing which I did. Okay, then so 18 is now taken up by K. So it is preserved with K. Then we'll do what? We will assign the value of B to A. So the moment you do this, what will happen? 48 will come here. And still B is having 48. Then what we'll do is we will assign the value. So this is our second step. And then what we'll do is we will assign the value stored in K to B. So this will be our third step. So now the moment we do it, so it becomes 13. So values are swapped. Now A is having 48 and B is having 18. So this is a conventional way, three variable approach or extra variable approach, what you say. In Python, we can do it simply with the help of tuple. So now anything, if I write like this A comma B, so that will be taken as tuple. You needn't have to write this parenthesis here, but just by writing A comma B, this is same as this. Both are tuple. So now if I write here A comma B as B comma A, what will happen? How this thing works? Look, what we are doing is we are asking these variables to take the value of B and A. So simultaneously this will happen. So B will take A and A will take B. So just by using this statement, we are not using any another variable. So that is how simply we can use Python. We can use this statement in Python to swap our variables. So A comma B assigned B comma A. So A will be having the value of B and B will be having a value of A. So that is how we swap the variable. Now comes how to find out GCD and LCM. So to find HCF or GCD, you should follow these steps. First, you should have two numbers. Let's say those are A and B. Okay. And before this step, Imagine that we have already swapped the numbers so that this A is having the maximum value and B is having the minimum value out of these two. Then what? Then we have to divide the larger number by the smaller one. So we have to divide the larger number by the smaller one. Okay. So after division, whatsoever the remainder we will be getting, okay, after division, whatsoever remainder we will be getting, that particular will become what? Now look here, this B will now becomes A and this R will now becomes B, and again we will be evaluating remainder. And this process continues till we get remainder as 0. The moment we get remainder 0, that will be the stopping criteria. Okay, and the remainder just before this 0 will be my HCF or GCD. So let us take one example. Let's say A is 48, same, and what we have taken B, it was 18. Okay, so B is 18. Now, the first step will be to divide the bigger number from smaller number. Then 18 to the 36, so that is equal to 12. So remainder now will come out as 12. I think it is, yes, remainder will come out as 12. Now this 18 will become A and this 12 will become B. Okay, then what is the remainder now? 12 ones are 12. So 18 minus 12 is 6. So 6. Now, is remainder 0? No. Then this will become my A and this will become B. Okay. So now what is the remainder? 0. So this is our stopping criteria. Here program will stop. Then what the HCF is? The remainder just before 0 will be my HCF. So this is my answer. That is HCF of 48 and 18 will be 6. Okay. Now this is what we call as Euclidean algorithm. For evaluating the HCF of two numbers. Now how to find out LCM? It is very simple, you all know. LCM of number A and B when multiplied by HCF of number A and B will give you what? A and B itself. That's it. So once you know HCF, you can very well easily find out the LCM of these numbers by dividing the product of these numbers by HCF. And that's it. So it is so simple. Is there any other way to evaluate the HCF? Yes, there is one. In math module, remember na math module? So in math module, there is an inbuilt function called as GCD. You supply the numbers and it will return you the answer. So in both the ways we can do it. So in this lecture, what I have done is I have explained you the mathematical background. I have given you the mathematical background of how we can work with two numbers or how we can evaluate their GCD and HCF. And in the next lecture, that is the part 2, I will be showing you, demonstrating you this using Jupyter Notebook. Thank you very much for watching the video.